If someone said to me the Europa League was easy, I would never have believed them. Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode with Bolton and another game in Europe. We are at home. We're playing against Hungarian side Ferencváros. Do excuse me if I am saying it wrong. I'm more than 9 times out of 10 will be saying this wrong. So hopefully we won't have to say it too often. But since our last episode where we lost to Chelsea, we did have a surprising victory over Man City in the Carabao Cup. 1-1 after 90 minutes, and then we won 3-0 on penalties. Yes, you heard me right. 3-0. Batoli was in goal and he saved 3 penalties. He's going to be playing in the cup competitions, well, especially the Carabao Cup anyway, or until we fall foul in the league at some point. Then we had a rather disappointing 1-1 draw at home again with Watford this time. 2 home games, 2 draws. Not brilliant, I can tell you, but we did have to come from behind in this one, and it was Watford. Watford seemed to have improved quite a lot since the 5-0 battering we took towards the end of last season, and then obviously the final 3-2 was pretty close, and we came out 1-1 draw this time. However, that does lead us on to the Europa League game. In Group A, we are currently second. Yeah, we've conceded 1 goal. Who cares? Juventus are away. Are they away? No, they're at home to Dinamo this time. We're playing against the Hungarian side who lost 4-0 at home to Juventus. So hopefully we should be able to beat them, you would have hoped. We're going to adopt the same formation again. It's one we're going to try and play with. We're still waiting for Vasquez to come back, and Jules is now gone and got himself injured. He's going to be out just momentarily, but he's going to be out for about 5 weeks. He's up to 3 weeks now, so time has passed very, very quickly indeed. Young is going to be in goal. We've got Carlos at Wakefield, Buongiorno and Colotti at the back, and with Ampado playing as anchor. Nally and O'Reilly playing midfield, with Maldini and Rabbi out on the wings, and then we've got Pietro up front. He's looking for another hat-trick. European hat-trick. Can we get him to do that, please? The Hungarian side, on the other hand, are not doing so well. They lost to Celtic in the Champions League playoffs. So that means they automatically fall into Europa League then. So they were in the Champions League, the first qualifying round. They did all the way, beat Slavia Prague 1-0, but just couldn't beat Celtic, who land themselves in the Champions League. Very good indeed. We're hoping for another 3 points before we start playing Juventus, 2 games on the bounce, which is going to prove very, very difficult indeed. Maybe I should have gone a little bit more attacking being at home, but again, we're trying to get everybody to play this formation because it does kind of work, and against the bigger clubs it will work eventually. After beating Man City or drawing with them, that was a very, very good result, but it was at home. Right, the Hungarian side are coming with wing backs. They are going to try and hit us around here, so we should block them at every corner, I hope. Let's do this for the fans. Go out there and make a difference. They love that. European game, they're going to try and give it their all, I would expect. So we're lining up in front of the Old Faithful. Full capacity. Now I did see the full capacity at one point. I think it's around about 28,700. So it does allow for that little bit of a leeway. So we'll see what happens. As McNally is going to put the ball into the box, and it's a penalty. Someone's been shoved. He's going to review the footage. Right, we haven't seen this in a long while with the referee running over. Is this something that is going to continue? Because I thought they fixed this and we weren't going to bother be having this, but it's a very, very quick decision, and he's awarded a penalty. Who's going to take it? Pietro, I'm hoping, or is it going to be yes, it is Pietro, and he slams it in the back of the net. He did score the first goal in the penalty shootout against Man City, and he put that one away as well, so he slotted this one also, and he's looking pretty good. So another goal in Europe, his 4th already in the Europa League. Does that see him as top goal scorer? Probably. Carlos is injured, so Williams is going to come on. So it's not a very good sign at the moment. We've had to make an early substitution, which I don't like doing, because I forget myself later on. Williams now plays into McNally. And Padu. Williams. Okay, now he's going for a run. He's got, if Carlos is injured, he's going to be playing a few games, so he really does need, well, if he wants to get his first team place back, he's going to have to up his game a bit, I think. Rabi inside, McNally, back to Rabi, Riley has a shot, good stop by the goalkeeper. He was denied a great goal there. Corner ball, Maldini there, go on, put it in, son. Back post, nobody quite there. Buongiorno is going to put it back to the edge of the box, and Pado, we want somebody with a big shot on them. McNally had a brilliant goal on 20 yards against Man City for the equaliser, and he kind of slotted it in as well. It didn't even touch the ground, and that's 2-0. Rabi gets his third goal of the season, and somebody other than Pietro has scored in Europe. So we're 2-0 up now. Half an hour gone. It's a white ball with a turquoise colours on it. Wow, that's nice. I do like that. Coming up to half time now. To say that we're on top of this game is an understatement, to be fair. Let's not concede anything silly here, as the Hungarian side, as I'm going to call them, are coming forward. I can't pronounce any of their names, so I'm not even going to attempt it. And we're trying to get a block in there somewhere, and we do get a block in, but it's only as far as their midfield. And see, I'm avoiding saying the names. I can't. Oh dear. That's offside. The flag's up. It's not going to count, thankfully, because I couldn't pronounce his name even if I could. 2 of them offside, sorry. So yeah, that's good. A good stop by Young in goal, point blank range. But and that's how you put the ball in the net. Buongiorno this time, making it 3-0. His first goal of the season. McNally is absolutely playing wonders in that centre midfield. He's one of our star people, really. He's going to be worth a lot. If we can get through in Europe, the value of these guys are going to go up. And yeah, apart from once where they've hit the woodwork, they've not really had any opportunities. Excellent effort. Do we at some point go attacking? Let's make a lot of goals, or do we just hang in on there? Coming up to half an hour to go. It is relatively easy for us. Maldini takes it down brilliantly. He's just running forward for goal. Pietro's nowhere in sight. He's there though. Oh, he's just missed a sitter. He's just missed a sitter. Right. I am thinking of changing it to a more attacking, as while we're comfortable and seeing an awful lot of the ball. Cross comes back in, back post. But oh, what a strike by Buongiorno. Left foot volley. That is, and that's got to be goal of the season right there, right now. Put it down. Wonderful assist by Riley. Cross comes in and left peg. Oh my word, what a goal. What a goal. That is absolutely stupendous. I am thinking of changing the formation. Paddock can come off, Kloss can come in, and we're going to bring in Arnold, and Hughes can go on the left hand side. We can't bring any more subs in. Okay, another 4 goals in Europe. Wow, that's absolutely amazing. And then they're going to go through a whole game without even registering a shot, even though they have hit the woodwork. It might have been our error that hit the woodwork, but that's it. 26,700 capacity. Really? Is that all the fans we had into the ground? That's disappointing. Play Juventus next. It's going to be very, very difficult. Trotters meet expectations in a dominant win. Look at that, 24-0 and 62% possession. That's massive, absolutely massive. And it does goes to show you the formation does work. We receive another $500,000, which is also very, very welcome as well. And classic Buongiorno on target. He outshone Pietro this time. Roger Machado spotted at the University of Bolton. He's looking at Carlos for the Brazilian team, and Carlos has just got himself injured. He's probably not going to enjoy that one little bit, is he? As all the scores are flying in. It's we're looking good, aren't we? Bournemouth coming up. They are languishing bottom of the table. We are away from home. And if you've watched any of the other seasons, we do like playing against Bournemouth. So we'll see you guys very shortly. Right then, here we go. We're at the Eddie Howe Park in Bournemouth. The side that is going to take Bournemouth on then is going to be Young in goal. We've got Williams at right back, Colotti at left. We've got Voisin and Buongiorno partnering each other for the first time in a while, with Biscuits just sitting as anchor. Amar is going to come on the left hand side of midfield with O'Reilly next to him. Then we've got Arnold and Hughes out on the wings. Rabi and Maldini are just slightly tired because of the turnaround in games, but they will be back for the next one, I promise you. And then we've got Pietro up front. Pietro's got 4 goals now. Albeit all being in Europe, but 4 goals all the same. And they're going to be playing against a Bournemouth side who have the 4-1-2-1-2 formation, or you could say it's a 4-3-3 formation, or a 4-4-2 formation. Very narrow, diamond narrow. In fact, it is a diamond narrow 4-4-2. Brendan Rodgers is the manager. They're lying bottom of the table, like I've said before. And are they going to... in fact, why have they got more subs than what we have? I think we've got more injured players. Yeah, some of our players are really struggling. We are struggling for our wing backs. So hopefully they'll be back sooner, or they'll be back training soon. But the amount of games that are piling up at the moment, we could have been knocked out of one competition or other. Very empty this stadium, isn't it? Oh, that's unfortunate. Unfortunate indeed. But it doesn't matter at all, as we're in the yellow. We've started off brightly. 6 minutes in, we're on the attack. Pietro running round. He's going to take a shot. No, he's not. Plays all the way to Williams, who's found a little bit of space. Tries to get the cross in, not quite getting there. Drags 2 people away. Plays it into Riley. This is much better. Biscuits now to Amar. And Pietro, what a finish. Sublime finish that is. He just picks it out of there. That's his first goal in the league. That is wonderful stuff. And life after Killian, it doesn't seem to have affected anybody just yet. But I would have liked to seen how well we would have done with him in the side for this season, especially being in Europe as well. And it gives us that little bit of extra up front. We've only got John Jaws, and Rabbi can play up there as well. Like I've said, I think toward the end of last episode or last season, and I didn't realise as Pietro. Not sure what he was doing there. It was like, shall I go it? Shall I not? Should I do it? As Silva comes forward, it's a cracking save. It's gone wide. It's a very, very good save, diving to his right there. As Brooks is about to take the corner, as we header it away, early as far as Billing to Kwame, and we do slam it away at that point. Wan-Bissaka's playing for them as well. We do have the options up front, but we'd rather leave him on the wings if we can. But if Pietro gets injured or something happens, then we have got the options for them to play there if need be, but we don't want to do that. We want to try and use Pietro as much as possible. He is playing as a complete forward as well, so he's more suited to that at the minute. And there we have it, 2-0. He's gone and scored a second goal in the league and is looking to spread his wings a little bit. Now he's found a little bit of freedom without Killian there. There's no pressure on him really, except to score a few goals while he's playing. No pressure, not for a class forward like himself. Sometimes I think maybe we should have not got rid of Fryn as well, but I think you'll all agree that we really had to. We couldn't really hold him here and not play any games at all. But one thing we do need some wing backs, especially on the left hand side. We are struggling there, especially in the under 23s, under 18s. We've not got many at all. As Bournemouth get one back. They tore us apart there, and Kwame just comes in there and slots it in with ease. They find the gap. We were left flat-footed, and they must be they could be the Bournemouth fans. We're looking to expand on a fine form in Europe, but try and bring it into the league as well, as long as we can keep winning. A top 7 finish is what we're potentially looking for. Anything high will be an absolute bonus, but the only time we'll do that is when we start beating the top teams. And Williams hits the bottom of the post there. So we go again. Amar to Biscuits. To Colotti down that left-hand side. Hughes now on the board. Is he going to pass it back? He does. Colotti back to Hughes. Back to Colotti in the box. Behind everybody else. But Williams is going to have another go. Arnold has a go this time. He slots it in. This is what he's saying to Williams. You should have. That's the way you should have done it. And that's his first goal of the season. Arnold is off the mark. He is a very, very good winger. Compared to Rabbi or Maldini or Hughes, probably not. But he's a very, very good player. And I think as somebody who's quite cheap as well, it does fit the bill. Our goal difference isn't great, but that's to be expected, I guess. We're going to... Arnold's now injured. That's not what you want to see at all. I'm going to bring Rabbi in. Maldini I'm going to put on that left-hand side just to bring him in. And Padu for Biscuits. I'm going to leave them as they are. Wakefield, Kloss. Maybe... Actually, I might bring Kloss in for O'Reilly. Can Kloss play there? I'm sure he can play in the midfield somewhere. I'm going to use him there as box to box. He can play that position as Maldini with a cross. Instant impact. Both substitutions come in and score. Rabbi with his 4th goal. We've scored another 4 goals, ladies and gentlemen. Another 4 goals. This is something that we do tend to do from time to time. We'll get a little bit of a run going, score loads of goals, and then we do nothing later on when we're in a little bit of a bad form. But we do need another striker, I feel. World-class striker, I think, as well. Although we have got a wonder kid coming in January, and maybe he's going to be similar to Killian as well. Stats-wise, he virtually is. But I think he'll do a good job as well. If we can pick up these youngsters, sell them on for loads of money as well, which we couldn't really hang on to Killian. There's always a matter of time before someone's going to come in for him. And if Real Madrid come knocking on the door, you can't say no, can you? Right, 5 minutes to go. I think this game is dead and buried. 62% possession. That is absolutely amazing. As Young with the free kick outside his box, headed on. And nothing really happening, is it? It's turning out to be a very, very good episode. Colotti, goals aplenty. As Rabbi goes down the right hand side, he's got a little and then gets tackled. Williams coming on the outside and he just overruns himself, leaving him leaving their Bournemouth winger just to run up the line unopposed. As time's not ticked away just yet, we've still got a couple of minutes left. Bournemouth on the attack. They're probably looking for another consolation, and again they fail in front of goal. And that's probably the reason why they are bottom of the table, because they can't finish. Although they have got 1 goal. Colotti is running amok with Amar. Back to Colotti. And we're going to play it into the middle. Kloss is not getting many games now. We're not playing the attacking midfielder formation. But that's a beautiful ball out to the far side as the Williams is offside. Watch the line, young man. As the game is still not finished, surprisingly. As we do intercept that as balls out, and it must be it now, referee. Just blow. We don't want to put any more misery on these guys, and we also don't want them to score a goal either. Stopping. And there we have it. 4-1 away from home. Only 12,000 at Bournemouth. But once again, we carry on our fine form against Bournemouth. And it's another victory. Right, Arnold's injured. He's going to be out for a couple of days. We've got Liverpool in 2 weeks. It must be international duty coming up as well. So I think Colotti's involved. Diddy's out for up to 3 weeks. Arnold's out for a couple of days. Carlos will be coming back soon. And same with Vasquez. So they'll all be back for the Liverpool game. And it's a 4-1 victory for Forest, would you believe? Right, Forest find themselves out of the bottom 3. Right, we're into 6th position now, 16 points. We are only we're level on points with Chelsea and Man United, would you believe? Arsenal 2 points ahead of us. A further 2 points than that is Man City, and then 5 behind Liverpool in the end as well. So that's not too bad. We're ahead of Tottenham now. Let's have a look at the club visions for the time being. They're very pleased to be in the top half at least. Anyway, reached the second knockout round. We're on course for that, I think. 4th round Carabao Cup. They're pleased. So speaking of the Carabao Cup, if we have a lock, we have drawn against yep, you guessed it, Manchester United. But we are at home. So if we're going to win that, we have to beat the better teams, and it's going to be tough. United do tend to do quite well against us. Right, okay, so coming back, we've got either so we either play Liverpool next, which I did vow not to play them ever again, but I am intrigued as to how well we could play against them. Then we're away to Juventus, or do we play West Ham away from home as well instead of the Liverpool game? I'm not comfortable playing the top teams just yet, even though our side is pretty good. If we can secure top 7 spot this season, then I'll think about relinquishing that ban against playing Liverpool on camera for next season. Maybe we'll see how we go, but I think we'll play Liverpool offline. I don't want to see a real battering if I can avoid it, but we have got Juventus away, and then we'll come back for the West Ham game away. Right, if you enjoyed that, please pop a like on there. If you'd like to see more new to the channel, please subscribe, and until next time guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you.